gentlemen, we're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. It is again early on a Saturday morning. I have my coffee next to me, but I just wanted to spend time making progress on Disco Elysium with you fine people, so we're going to get straight back into it. Now, in the last episode, Titus gave us a Door Gunner Mega Mixtape. God knows, what did Kim say in the last episode, or did he say, yeah, pawn shop. What else would we get? The Hangman's Boots. So that's not happening. I didn't think about that at the time, but I mean, Jesus, was that supposed to be something that I made progress in with regards to day 1 or day 2? I don't know. That doesn't seem feasible to me. Maybe you have to play the game in a specific way to be able to get the boots, but I'm never going to find the boots now. We've sent the body away. I'm never going to complete that one. Find one piece of armor though. We can probably do that, and we know that we need to look at my gun as well. I guess it's to the pawn shop then. Actually, I'm trying to remember what the lassie upstairs, there was a check that I needed to pass with her as well. But anyway, let's go to the pawn shop. I've also just realised I've only got 14 real. I guess
Hello. Ooh. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I guess I've got some stuff to sell if I need to. No, I don't want drugs. I'm looking for something that plays a tape for police business. You know the thing about the traffic menace on the loose? That was me, wasn't it?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
But didn't you hear it when the traffic menace drove over your roof? Yeah, that was me.
Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop, and then moving on.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
A vortex sounds fascinating. Does that mean you don't have any idea who the driver was?
He shakes his head, slowly.
Thank Christ. Okay, bear with me a sec. Just putting my backlighting on, I realise it's a bit dark this morning. Apologies, now you can see my face in all its glory. What we got? Looking for a tape player.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelves.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelves.
Okay. Was that one there?
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Can I just play a tape on one of the boomboxes real quick?
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't now.
I'm tempted to ask for a police discount just because I need to save my monies.
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Shoot.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Door Gunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental. Careful. You can only do this once.
Let's make it 8. I'm not just doing any police work. I've got the Door Gunner Megamix here and era-defining work. Let's do 4 real. Oh, I don't know what to pick. How's it? The Door Gunner Mega Mix? Should I say that? It's not going to be 4 though, is it?
4 real is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Nice!
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Ah, that was lucky. Okay. How do I... Oh, it's in my tools. Okay, equip this to play tapes. How do I... Small trips and... Tape Door Gunner Megamix. Interact?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Alright folks, here we go. Play the tape.
You push Command Set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
Not another loud screech, some kind of machinery.
The harbor. That's the sound of a Kvalson crane.
He's right.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
I mean, that's him saying he's going to do it, but she's openly admitted that he didn't.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
Okay, let's go down the list here. What was that at the very end?
End of recording.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
I agree. He also sounded inebriated, but he did say he's going to do it. Can't edit words into someone's mouth. Yeah, but he did say he was going to do it.
Indeed, but...
The lieutenant looks at the tape. You're familiar with this look now. It's his look of suspicion. Who's this Corty?
Corty could be short for Cortenard, one of the other mercenaries, the one he was talking to. Probably the mountain at the harbor gates. Mr. Right to Work.
Oh, okay. What's Koihoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
Do you think he was there?
Who knows? Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. We would need to know the story of this man's service.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Hang on, was there anything else and what do you think?
It seemed authentic enough.
Yeah.
Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Kim does think it's been potentially edited. I agree, he also sounded inebriated.
Still.
What do you
It
think?
seemed authentic enough.
I think he sounded alright just letting off
Probably
some steam.
Yes. It was just locker room talk.
Okay, there's nothing more to be said there. Okay, then what now?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony, at least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night.
Oh, does it?
The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
Okay, I'm not going to change my gear at the moment. So what we're looking at, talk to Khaleesi. Where's the rest of the armor? I'll have a wee run through the list of things that I need to do. But in the meantime, I guess let's go back and talk to her. Couldn't hurt. Is that my radio? Oh yeah. Okay. Let's not get sidetracked. You know what? Okay, I'm going to put the radio away because I'm just going to start dancing. Okay, onward.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Oh yeah, volition, wasn't it? Strange answer to the window. What's a +1? Standard anti-world eye. +1. What? You mean... Oh, so it reopened white checks, but it also gives you a +1 in some instances. That's pretty cool. Okay, hang on a wee minute.
Officer,
Was it
what
volition?
brings you up here in the rain?
Right, give me a sec. Let me just check my gear. Okay, you know what? There is nothing that's going to help me
Officer,
with regards to volition, but
What brings you up here in the rain?
it is 42% even. I could always put a skill point into it and retry it, because I've got 5, I've got 50 points to the next skill point. Ah, sod it.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
Oh, what?
You know these guys? Who? Me?
Reaction speed.
Yes, he's talking about you, you shifty asshole. You too. Me? No way. I'm straight, man. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume.
I take it this is her essentially impacting things like my composure and decision-making skills.
All of them.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this thing?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Good point. Does this mean she's been lying to me?
I think it's safe to assume, yes. Mr. Thespian here hasn't been speaking up. If he were, I suspect there would be paeans to her truthfulness. Like this, "She is a lady, most fair and just." In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Okay.
Good. The less paranoid option. You can trust them. Just not with Glacia Amandu.
Glacia, sorry.
A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one he usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate, probably compromised.
Goodness sake. I've been talking to myself long enough, let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me? Oh, God, should I say something? Just close your eyes and let the moment pass. Miss, are you manipulating me?
The silence broken. She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no.
Really? Ah, come on. I think she might be. I'm still not entirely sure what's going on then. So Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit rape.
She puts her coffee cup down.
Aha.
With a soft ring as the porcelain meets the metal table.
Did he?
The
I
smell.
never said he was a good man. Or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
See, this is my point, because if she's not going to change her story, regardless of what's on a recording, it doesn't mean that you can arrest him for it if she's the one that's saying no, he didn't.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
Those are the exact words he used. Was it? Something to that effect, yes.
The phrase was used.
Yeah, he checks his notes and nods.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that, machismo? Do you think he was trying to scare people?
No. I'm pretty sure he did all those things. And then had to internalize them to keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
Persona?
Running joke.
Oh.
I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani's ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
And you spent time with this person romantically.
We're all scraping up any happiness we can find, officer. Going around with our little scouring sticks. You, your first love, Mr. Kohoi here.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for details. She seems okay to talk about it.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
Oh boy.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim?
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
A nickname?
I guess. He came from Lelystad. It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently. He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Lelystad. That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. Everything left to be clarified is in the column on the left.
Okay, where is Lelystad?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
The Lelystad municipality has few boroughs and even fewer cities. It's made of agricultural plots near the border of Gottwald. Executive summary: cows, silos, and wheat. Oranje? Oranje's map of waterways. This fits with his tattoo.
You were almost right, officer. That means his race was occidental, not mondial. I'll update the form.
Okay, you were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrek. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together wasn't Oranje. It was bad habit.
No love for Mother Oranje. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself, as in Orange's yourself. Didn't his lack of patriotism annoy you?
No, there's nothing on Moindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Come to think of it, maybe Oranje did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
Okay, how old was he, miss?
He was 42.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
A miss.
His eye colour?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
Okay.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth.
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember.
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made it oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
You had a tattoo, what did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was an Orange's map of the waterways?
Sure, waterways. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
Is this Oranese lit?
Is it?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands. And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?" And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths." And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
And you were the woman in this?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean?
No, thank you. I've seen enough of him dead. I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Orania needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people on the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story. Good story, thanks. Thanks for clearing that up, I guess.
Change of topic, perhaps?
Okay, fair enough. Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him. Why would I say something like that? We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that will show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet. Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil. How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
Perhaps it was communism that killed him?
Is the Union communist? They're a couple of shades pinker than that, no? Social Democrats? They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
No, it's 3 in the afternoon.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
Yeah, you see, I didn't feel like I should have selected that, but at the same time I want experience points, but I need to be more careful.
You could blame her. A little. It was a pretty straightforward question that she refused to answer.
I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Hand the Lieutenant back his notes.
All right.
Coolly, gracefully, She pours herself more coffee.
Let's return to this later, miss. Oh.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
That's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
God's sake, where is my psyche going with this? Where is it? Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 litres of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
Oh, we're going back into that again, are we?
You could ask either one of them.
Kim, how old do you think I am?
Huh?
How old do I look?
How old? 58.
Oh my god, that's really old, really. What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be 40. Oh god. Oh my god, that's really old, really.
You asked.
What if you're wrong? We're both wrong about the deceased.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing longer than that. The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. You're right, I'm probably 62, let's leave it at that.
I didn't say 62. I said 58.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
Oh god, here we go. Okay, bring it on, I'm not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
So I'm on for White Morning. Jesus Christ, I've got a lot of skill points as well. Was it date of birth generator? 7 hours 58. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Where are we? Sorry. Both longer than they ought to be, the day and the century, but for how long, then? Has this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours. Elder One, when and where were you born? Oh, okay. I do like those ones where it's giving me more information. I get a funny feeling I should really kind of reshuffle things. If I'm going to go with White Morning, we'll get that finished. Because I've got 3 hours and 17 left. And there's a lot more... Well, I mean, I wouldn't say a lot more. I mean, how much longer is it going to take to unlock the rest of these damn things? Jesus. Okay, right, where are we going? We can go and speak to Titus Hardy. I'm tempted, after I've spoken to Titus, to maybe have a wee look and go and do a few other skill checks and speak to other people that I haven't yet, including one guy who was setting up the traps. I think he had a colleague. There was that door that we saw at the top left-hand side of the map. Maybe we can open it, maybe we can't, but I'm tempted to go and give it a shot. It's a red check, but I'm not overly fussed. I'm overthinking the red checks too much. I've just realised as well there's a lot of people in here that I really should try and speak to and go down the conversation route with them. Let's see what Titus is going to say.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
Yeah, snookered, mate, that's what. So I talked to Khaleesi about the tape.
And?
Classia, sorry.
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens. Jaw sets. Ready for another blow.
Oh god, is he going to try and smack me another one? And nothing, she stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
No, you just want it to be gold so it absolves you of your crime.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Thanks, Rhetoric, I picked that up.
You caught him off balance. Push, and he would give way.
Gold, it was just locker room talk, it's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad, honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She's pretty much laughed it off, Titus. She pretty much laughed it off.
Fucking fuckity fucker. And what did she say then? That it's fine. People are supposed to be like that.
It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
But you're doing exactly what he was doing in terms of his terminology, so it's not like you're holding a candle here, mate.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier. You're honest to God, Elizabeth's getting on my nerves.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she's still in denial. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
Titus, she has my whole skill set compromised. She's some kind of pro. You don't know she's a model. She won a pageant. Let's see, she's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Okay, be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? Wrap it up.
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
Should we not be phoning the RCM and getting him arrested?
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men, too, are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore.
Excellent.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck off!" That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Excellent, we've got him.
Yeah.
Just what's that? There's a silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks it's best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Great, just go and get smashed, you dickwad.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Whoa, rhetoric. I'm going to take off now. Okay, let's have a wee look at rhetoric and see if we can swing this one. Give me a wee second. I think I've got some clothes that will improve that. And if not, I have all my skill points. Okay, 72% now. There was one shirt, which gives me +1 to rhetoric. There was nothing else. So what do we get? Mention, surreal play, ever asked to cooperate, compromise skill set, known, warned about the tribunal, discussed 8th Hardy. Yeah.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will. That's it then, case closed. One of his boys will.
Just remember, it's about more than Clausia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then, case closed. Look around, we're going home, Kim.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick, because you're a foreigner, because you work for the wrong people, because they just like killing. Because of some chick? Is that what we're trying to convince Titus, though?
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
Oh, I like what we're doing here. A bit of back and forward, a bit of verbal ping-pong, winding them up. They just hang you, like in the Dark Ages, maybe a display of your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to the drinking. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light their corpses on fire and piss on them. You don't care. They just hang you like in the Dark Ages.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We just couldn't get him down, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer,
You will be next if you don't shut up.
Now you're threatening police officers.
Firearm, a Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed.
Wait a minute, shit, what?
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Or what, you're going to kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? What happens if I keep talking? You're going to kill me too in this bar for nothing? That's a good... Wait a minute. So who was that? That was Theo... No, Angus. He was the weak one.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
He was dead before you hanged him.
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Oh, yes.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment.
Okay, I feel like I need to be careful here. The full's quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
Jesus Christ.
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Whisper Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him, he was already dead. Whisper Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Come on. Come on, this is it. Awesome. So you didn't kill him, he was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
Oh shit, wait a minute. So he was dead before he was strung up? Why do I get a funny feeling this comes back to the additional checks I could have done on the body? Oh well, there's no point in crying over spilt milk.
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
Where would a bullet wound be difficult to see?
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth, he tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Why?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Okay.
Good analogy, boss.
Shut your face, Shanky.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Wait a minute, are we going to have to go and speak to her again then? Because Classia... Did Classia do it? I don't know. Okay.
He means they'd been fucking.
Oh, lovely.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs, the 8 Hardy? Oh, yes.
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
If Glacia didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
She told me some people were after her from Orange. She wouldn't say any more. I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about? Well, she did say that.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful, connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
I'm not sure why there's an option to say, I'm sorry I made you guys fight, because that's on you. So who killed the Merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
I'm just spitballing here, but could somebody have used the passage while they were spying on them? He's obviously been standing on the other side of the window. They've come out to the balcony, shot him, and then disappeared back through the whirling in rags. I don't know. But then people would have seen who it was, I think.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Glacia. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Yeah, okay.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
So is it a bullet we missed in him, basically? That's what the coroners discovered. But what is he trying to say? It's like a long-range rifle.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the two girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The missing 8th Hardy, that's the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Glacia you want to talk to.
But surely she would know then. Can I not just lean on her? Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go and talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go...
Is he going to clout me one?
Glacia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Okay, right. Let's go and have a wee chat with her for the last time. Crikey.
It's always good to see you.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
There we go. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You lied to us, miss.
I didn't lie. Not a lot. I've done my absolute best not to.
Come on. She lied through her teeth, and you know it.
It was a mistake. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. No, It's not good. It's the opposite of that. This will let her dictate the terms of your... Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Why did you waste our time then?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Yeah, cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation. That's not a good enough reason.
You're right. There's more.
Oh, for God's sake, there's more.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again.
Hell, if somebody got shot with a long-range rifle through that window, then I wouldn't be standing on that balcony.
A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the noonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern. What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? Is that why you're looking over your shoulder?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Is this part of why Oranje is a bad memory for you?
I have people after me. And they have friends in the moral intern. Some are moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will.
Kill you?
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
What did you do to have these people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Revachol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Louis-Douin County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis-Scop conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Louis-Scop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo?
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You've destroyed what people have built. There's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
What happened here the night you died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
In bed? Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could...
Oh, God.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
Jesus.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
I know, it doesn't sound like that was just a missed shot and the bullet was meant for her, though.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Yeah, cigarette miss.
Oh,
I'm sorry this happened to you.
so am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you look pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby? Is that not Ruby, the lassie at the block of flats?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Or maybe I'm misunderstanding who Ruby is in my head. But anyway, okay, let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
Oh, God.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
This is concurrent with your doubts at the autopsy about the colouring being...
I knew it, the colouring in his lower limbs looked faint.
About half an hour had passed since the moment of death.
She nods.
You were late. The marks would be faint by that time.
In honour of that precise forensic remark, officer, a real hit.
Nice one. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby, where is she now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Not again.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later. What are you doing? Coming up with a theory. She said Ruby knew something was wrong before she said anything. How come? It was loud downstairs. She couldn't have heard the shot. It is ominous. You already coming up with theories that put the blame on someone other than Clausia.
Interesting. Okay, well, when it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Did you kill Lily?
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun. Somewhere, lying around. Close to her hand. Now, you guys suddenly have theories pouring out. When they're obviously just stabs in the dark.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him. It's okay if you did it in self-defense. You must have had a weapon nearby. Did you use that? Okay, I'd like to answer some other questions. I'm not going to accuse her. It's okay if you did it in self-defense.
I did not kill him to defend myself from rape. I told you before. That wasn't what happened.
Okay, you know what? Let's not go down this route because I believe her.
Like what?
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth.
Fair enough.
Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Yeah, he's an arsehole.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you.
Oh, God.
I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
Yeah, and then I go on a drug and alcohol-fueled bender.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible. Oh, God. That was a lie, too. Who made the call, then?
Oh, God.
She did, of course.
When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it. I told you I'm a horrible girl. I told you things break around me.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes. You see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or should we arrest her? She's a flight risk and she lied to you. She should be taken into custody.
No, because, you see, that's the problem.
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. This guy won't budge. You have to wake Multiface up, forcefully, if you want to continue pushing her.
Manipulating your skill set, lied about making the call, discussed the secret route. What's this one? Drama.
Who? What? Dear Lord, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not the most fair and just at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she?
No, wait a minute.
Before she further entangles you in her web of lies. Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush. See?
Oh boy. I don't like where this is going because I don't want her to be arrested. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
You know, I think you didn't make the call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
No, I do.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number, and that someone coughed, it means nothing. Say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Your real name is it? Why are we going down this route? I don't think this is a good idea.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Well, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it. I knew it. Good, you can tell me the truth.
I log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied.
Oh my god, this is getting worse and worse.
Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Elysium.
Oh my goodness.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Katarzyna is not an Oranganese name, is it? It's not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Elysium is my father's name.
Finally, we meet. I'll keep calling you Classy. I'll just call you Miss Oranje Disco Dancer. Okay, finally we meet.
She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind on the roof.
Was the passport bullshit too? That passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Where is the buoy?
West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now.
Oh, but I will.
It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds. We have to check this buoy out. Accept it.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here. Past a broken sewage pipe. Right near the waterline.
You're probably not even Miss Oranje 37, are you?
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can. For lying.
Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
Okay, well, we're not going to arrest her. Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Let's get back. So if I go back to...
Lies.
It's unclear what she intended to say.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety.
Okay, you know what?
We demand her fear.
I know. Well, she is afraid now, obviously, if she's looking at us like a goddamn tiger. Okay, let's change the subject.
She slowly...
Return to this later. Okay, this has been a very, very revealing episode. There's a lot going on. Thank you, autosave. Flippin' Nora. So we need to go and have a wee look at our documents. There's a few other things that I want to go and do. We're going to have to... This is just going to continue to be a verbal ping-pong between Titus Hardy and her for the time being. Wow, that's a lot of progress, and I am now about 13 minutes over for this episode because it's just been fascinating. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button. But this is Big Bear signing off, but there will be another video. See ya!